All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Another This Week at Bungie 420. Nice. Written for us by Timon. Let's get into it. This week at Bungie, we're taking a short breath from beefy TWABs, but don't you worry, we have a lot more to come in the next weeks. Personally, I'm celebrating writing my first TWAB ever. So as we say in Northern Germany, moin moin, hello in English. Let's get into it. There you go. In case you missed last week's TWABs, here are the main topics we talked about. Specific third-party peripheral usage. Destiny would like to commend you. Reminder about Trials Labs. Bungie Foundation is getting kilt happy. And here is what we're diving into this week. Highlights of the mid-season patch, highlights of our recent accessibility options article, community exotic weapon ornament is coming to Destiny, the new community ornament vote, last week of Iron Banner in season 20, and weekly #Destiny 2 movie of the week and artist of the week picks. It's unbelievable, but the first season of Lightfall is halfway over. Therefore, we have some cool stuff to share with you in this week's patch notes. So let's take a look at some changes that were introduced in update 7.0.5.0. Crucible, removing Clash from quick play and splitting rotators into two nodes, Clash Zone Control Rift in one, Mayhem Scorched Momentum Control in the other. Core 6v6 rotator, Clash Zone and Control Rift rebranded as Relentless, increasing the respawn overshield protection in PvP, introducing a seasonal Ascendant emblem and a stat tracker to display your current competitive division. Crucible and Gambit titles and gilding are being fixed and reset. Trials of Osiris commendations will be blocked if you do not get other Trials rewards. Vanguard Ops. We tuned the difficulty and highest battlegrounds present in Vanguard and Nightfall playlists. Defeating Tormentors now provides revive tokens like Champions and Hive Guardians in some activities. PvE primary weapon balance. Increase the damage of the following weapon types against red and orange bar enemies in PvE. Auto rifles by 25%, pulse rifles, hand cannons, and sidearms by 20%, scout rifles by 10%. Other important changes: added the capability to upgrade Root of Nightmare's adept weapons with enhanced traits. You can once again collect exotic glaive patterns from the evidence board, adding a commendation and stat tracker for best dressed. What's new in accessibility, colorblind changes, full auto, mayhem, and more. In case you missed it, we shared a blog earlier this week diving into recent changes that we believe players with accessibility accommodations regarding color blindness will particularly enjoy. From reticle changes to specific effect tweaks, here's a TLDR list of what we went over. Reticle changes, full auto melee changes, toggle settings additions, subtitle color choice, a peek at what's new with commendations if you have any variation of color blindness. Read the full update with additional info from the teams responsible for these changes right here. There's a link to the article. We have the first community voted weapon ornament is coming to Destiny. With the launch of season 21, we're releasing your Arbalest ornament. Doesn't the ornament look fire and well suited for Lightfall? Another big shout out to Stellar State Logic. And here we go. That's a peek at the new Arbalest ornament. It does look pretty awesome. It's pretty legit. Nice techno vibe. You can acquire the new ornament in the Eververse store. Next, exotic weapon ornament vote. Fashion in Destiny is a vital part of the game, and some of us can be pretty invested in using the right ornaments to make our guardians shine. But armor isn't the only thing that's important. That is why we're announcing the next community weapon ornament voting, and we have a selection of awesome weapons you can choose from. The design behind the chosen ornament will be created by an artist from our Destiny community, who are amazing when it comes to bringing the game into the real world through art. We have picked an artist out, so please don't feel the need to start any campaigns on whom we should pick. We also aren't asking them to do this work for free, and we'll be paying them just like when we work with other external concept artists. So here are the chosen weapons: Izanagi's Burden, Witherhoard, and Thunderlord. Ooh, which one are you gonna choose? Izanagi's, Witherhoard, or Thunderlord? I'd probably, of the three, what would I go? I'd probably go for Thunderlord. I think Thunderlord only has one ornament right now. Witherhoard has a pretty sick ornament already. So does Izanagi's with the one that looks like the Buster Sword. Yeah, I'd probably vote Thunderlord. That's a tough choice though. Once one of the above exotics has been selected, we will work with chosen community artists to create 3 different weapon ornament concepts, and then we will have another vote so that you can pick your favorite. The winning design will be made into a weapon ornament in the game. Here's a quick look at the full process. Starting on April 20th, the community votes through email on which exotic to pick. The community artist creates 3 ornament concepts for the winning exotic weapon. The community votes on their favorite concept. The winning weapon ornament goes into production and is released in-game. We want to make sure we give our artists plenty of time to work, so it will take some time until we reveal them and the concepts. Once the community has picked the concept and is ready to go into production, it's going to take a bit of time to go through our content pipeline. So we want to set the expectation up front that you shouldn't expect to see the ornament in Destiny 2 until the final shape. We know that might seem like a long way out, but we're glad you get to be along for the ride on this one and an important part of that process. We can't wait for the results. Choose wisely, Guardians. The last week of Iron Banner is ahead. For everyone who hasn't gilded their Iron Banner seal, next week is your last chance in Season 20. So get your gear together and tackle that rank reset. We have the player support report. This one goes to 11. There's a weapon crafting notice. When you select a weapon to reshape, we copy the weapon that is in your inventory and we place this copy in the reshaping slot. If you make changes to the weapon in your inventory after you have selected the weapon to reshape, these changes will not get automatically updated to the item in the reshape slot. This creates the opportunity to lose those changes once reshaping has completed. Until we're able to release a fix, players should avoid increasing a weapon's enhancement tier while actively modifying that weapon at the relic on Mars. If a player increases the tier and commits reshape, the new tier will be lost. To avoid this, players can enhance and reselect the weapon for modification to maintain the enhancement tier. So basically what this means is if you're at the relic and you go to reshape a weapon, while your weapon is in the reshaper, do not upgrade your masterwork. Don't enhance it. Audio issue workaround. We're currently investigating an issue where those using 3D audio are experiencing less than ideal sounds in speech. Until this issue can be resolved, it's recommended that players disable 3D audio, such as native 3D audio on PS5 or Atmos Windows Sonic on PC Xbox. Missed 7.0.5.0 resolved issues. With the launch of Update 7.0.5.0, we have resolved the following issues. They fixed an issue where the terminal overload chests would be looted multiple times for rewards and crafted weapon progress. Crafting progress now comes from the key chest and not the base chest. Bungie, this is, I don't like this. I don't like this change. This was hurting no one. It's already, the Neo Muna weapons, don't even get me started on the red border grind for Neo Muna. I had to delete my Titan to get my final round robin after 8 hours of grinding straight for it. And now you're taking away something that was fun, is a quick way to drop in and get some loot. People weren't doing it all day. Like this was hurting no one. So the fact that we fixed this and there's other issues in the game, it's going to leave a bad taste. I do not think this needed to be a priority. I do not agree with this. They should have left that alone. When the mods Ashes to Assets and Hands-On are equipped at the same time, players will only receive super energy from one of the mods when killing an enemy with a grapple melee. When these mods are equipped individually, each will work with the grapple melee. Grenade Kickstart will no longer activate when using a grapple point. When the mods Firepower and Heavy Handed are equipped at the same time, only one orb of power will spawn when killing an enemy with a grapple melee. When these mods are equipped individually, each will work with the grapple melee. Reduce super gains from Ashes to Assets by 50% when getting a grapple melee kill after using a grapple point. Players no longer need to have the Strand subclass equipped to gain Unraveling rounds for their Strand weapon from the Allied Unraveling perk. Heavy weapons will more consistently gain increased ammo capacity from multiple reserve mods. This does not apply to rocket launchers, grenade launchers, heavy glaives, Leviathan's Breath, and 1000 voices, since their maximum ammo capacity is reached by equipping fewer mods. Fix an issue where the Fighting Line grenade launcher was incorrectly benefiting from the Void holster mod. Fix an issue where the Harsh Language shotgun now correctly activates Void artifact perks. Fall damage is now non-lethal to players. Previously, only collision damage was non-lethal. For a list of other resolved issues, please view our 7.0.5.0 patch notes. So yeah, the biggest thing I take issue with is the terminal overload, because now people have to just go through the whole activity to level up their weapons to get things. And I get that it was an unintentional grind that people discovered, but it was hurting no one. It was only increasing the enjoyment of the game. This change has decreased the enjoyment of the game. Sound off in the comments if you agree, or if you disagree. I want to hear your points on that. We have some known issues. While we continue investigating various known issues, here's a list of the latest issues that were reported to us in our help forum. Players who previously acquired Brazen Spark ship are blocked from completing the last Will and Testament quest. Shawhan quest dialogue is cut off at public event if triggered, preventing players from hearing any remaining lines. Volatile Flow does not activate consistently. The Cheerful Destruction Triumph does not grant bonus progression for Guardian kills. The Inside Terminus Strike can produce bird errors when fighting the boss and capturing plates. Audio may appear distorted in certain activities. The Guardian Game statue has the incorrect class displayed for the winner of the 2022 event. Some Guardian Games triumphs are activating earlier than intended. As a result, the titles tab now flashes as though something is unlocked. These triumphs will be able to be claimed when Guardian Games launches in 2 weeks. The Zone Control playlist doesn't display an increased Crucible rank modifier. Dying in the Hypernet Current Strike boss's room can sometimes get a player's ghost stuck in the floor. Had this happen to me, cost us a wipe in a GM. Quitter penalties were erroneously enabled for 7.0.5.0 launch for completing matches. This has since been corrected. Rewards are delayed upon completing certain raid encounters, with some rewards going to the Postmaster. Some players report that Radiant no longer stuns barrier champions. Fire sprites may no longer be generated from grenade kills. For a full list of emergent issues in Destiny 2, players can review the known issues article. We have some movies of the week. Congratulations to Jack Brazier for Into the Hive. Congratulations to Chris of the Dead for loading in Destiny 2, a 3D animation. We have some Artists of the Week. Congratulations to Stock Toaster. Congratulations to Frosty for winning Artist of the Week. And that's a wrap for my first TWAB. I am super happy that we started another vote on a community exotic ornament, and not just because Izanagi's Burden is my favorite weapon. Not that I want to sway you or anything, wink. Before you head out, we just want to say that we hope you have fun with the last week of Iron Banner and get your rank reset. Now we wait for the next TWAB. Until then, Haut rein, which means let's go in German. Tamo. There we go. And that's this week's TWAB. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Leave a like on the video to support the channel. Also subscribe if you're not already subscribed. But that's it for me. Till next time. Peace out. I love you. Bye-bye.